What's happening, people, and welcome to the Rambling Dad podcast. Today, I'm joined by Adrian Rayo Sanchez. How's it, brother? What you saying?
I'm all good. What you guys say? You good? How you
Yeah,
doing,
mate,
man?
I'm good. Just been chilling. The missus and kid are away to Disneyland Paris, mate. So I'm sitting there costumey, like, been left a list
Nice.
of shit to get done, you know what I mean? But other than that, we're all right. We're chilling. Just me and the dog and his smelly ass, mate. That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, a minute ago, we've been training today, then yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I got home a little earlier this evening, about like half an hour ago, and I'm just settling in now before I go and have some dinner, and then I'm gonna get into bed. So yeah, we were sparring a little bit today now. So yeah, now we were getting some training in, getting ready.
Nice,
getting ready
right?
for the next one.
Getting ready for the next one. But before we get on to that next one, mate, fucking big congratulations, brother. You know what I mean? Said it on Instagram. I'll say it again. Short notice, no problem. You know what I mean? What, fucking 10 days, that's all you had, mate. Kicked off 2024 with a bang, bro. Like, that
like a week and a half, I think. Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good fight. And when the opportunity came through, it was a no-brainer. We were like, all right, let's go. We're ready. We're training. Why not? We take it. It was a nice fight. Good choice. And it was quick work, short notice, short work, and got a good finish.
Game opponent, Mikati as well, bro. You know what I mean?
He was good as well. Shame. He was he was on a bit of a slump, I think, in his career, but still,
one fight or something, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's good. He deserves it. I mean, he fought twice in the UAE Warriors as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I've seen that. He had gone away and had the UAE fight, and then came back. Yeah, that's happening with your next opponent as well, actually, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's what.
He fought on the same card as Toomey did, the last one. UAE, I think it was UAE Warriors 46. Could have been. Yeah, they both fought on the same card together. So it's gonna be good. I'm excited for that one.
What is it? He went away, and now was that UFC? UFC, fucking hell, sorry, mate. EFC 113. No.
Yeah,
the next card. Yeah, so it was 111 was your last fight, wasn't it? Sorry, mate. The dog just
went 111 was against Kati, and then you got a position there. And then the next one's 113, and we facing Vince Bembe, so it's gonna be a good fight as well. Mate. Pretty excited.
Yeah. Gonna be awesome, bro. Yeah. So obviously you only had 10 days. I was gonna say a minute ago, like we've spoke about it before. Like, you're always training. You're not a fighter that's like fight camp. Like, if I've got a fight, then I'll train. If I don't, then I'm just kind of pattering about a little bit. You know what I mean? You're always fucking training. So 10 days out, like you say, like a week and a half, bro. What was the game changer in that one for you? Was it just like, let's go harder, or what?
All I needed to do was cut the weight. To be honest with you, I think it was too close to the time for us to even work on any like serious game plan. We just looked at it and took it as what we saw it, and my coach just told me, okay, these are the things we're going to work on. Straight down the middle, keep it basic. Don't be too stupid, too hasty. And we went in there with the clear basic stuff, and he just said, watch out for him being wild and so on, and then. That's like the main focus that I had on him. And then once we got into the cage, I just waited for him to throw out all his best movements, which was his jumping kicks that he had and his front kicks and so on. And then from there, just listen to what my coach was calling, because he was saying from the beginning already, like, just a half step in right hand, half step in with the right hand. And then I just set it up with the left. And then when I saw he was trying to move away from the left, it was open for the right hand, half step.
Yeah.
Gave him right down the middle. And I got him nicely. So it worked.
Yeah, bang. Easy. And then a solid dig whilst he was on the floor as well.
Eh?
A solid dig whilst he was on the floor as well. You know what I mean? Stepped in, one little hammer.
I was watching him, man. I saw as he was lying on the floor, like, I could see he was dazed, he wasn't there. And I was watching, and then as soon as he came through, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna hit it, because you've seen it too many times where the guy gets knocked out and then the guy gives a follow-up shot and then the guy wakes up, his opponent wakes up. So I'd much rather wait for him to wake up and then knock him out.
And then crack it and knock him out
wake him up. You know what I mean?
That's one way of looking at it, mate.
That's what I was thinking about the whole time. I was just like, only if he shows a sign that he's gonna attack me again, then I'm gonna go for it. And as soon as his eyes came like back, I was like, there we go, now the chance. And then the ref had already stepped in. So I was like, okay,
that's crazy. Cool. That's going through your fucking mind in that split second of that. You know what I mean? That moment of his ass hitting the mat, going down to the floor, and going through your brain is, if his eyes pop back this way, he's getting another crack, mate. You know what I mean? Just
getting another one. Because I saw, I didn't feel the punch. So I didn't feel the punch exactly because it was just like on the button. It went like straight through, smooth, like, you know, like a knife through butter. But as in the corner of my eye, I saw his body fold, and I was just like, okay, I got him. So I from then already, I didn't have to do anything because I knew it was lights out. So I just watched him fall, and then like watched his face, his reaction, and then I was just waiting for another sign of movement before I gave him the killing blow. But by then the ref had already stepped in, so I was like, okay, cool, like it's done, finished.
Job done.
Felt good to the gym. Yeah, job done. Didn't take any damage, and I was like, okay, cool. You could see my reaction after. I was pretty excited, and my coach, he was just like when I was very excited, so with like the speech and so, and I was like, you know, I was going on about the belt and whatnot, but he was just like taking me out, not to like call out like the whole division now and like, you know, want to fight everybody or something like that. But it was good. It felt good still, you know.
Well, the lightweight division is sitting vacant at the moment, isn't it? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it's weird where everything's sitting at the moment. You know, I got a chance to speak with Graham and just like, you know, try and catch an ear on what they were discussing about the belt situation and stuff. But I don't know, it's pretty much in the air with a lot of the guys. And I mean, Humphrey's gone quiet. I would have expected him to have fought on this card or, you know, the next two upcoming events, but like there's no sign of him. And now like Igor's coming up from feather, which is cool. I mean, he wants to get double belt, that's no problem. But I mean, like there's other guys in the division that they could have looked at as well. I mean, myself being one of them, you know, I mean, my record hasn't been like the cleanest, but I've been, every time I've come there, I've come to fight, and I've brought the fight. And I mean, that's what the champion's about, you know, he comes there to fight, that's what he does. And and now they've got a Block fighting Igor for the vacant strap. And interesting thing is, myself and Block used to actually train together. He was he was my training buddy for when I was at my previous gym, and I trained with him for like 5-6 years. So I know we know each other very, very well, and it would be very interesting to see if things progressed in that way, that him and I had to meet each other for a title fight. I'd love that. You know, it'd be nice to go up against a former training buddy, and, you know, the camaraderie and the history and whatnot. I think it would be something nice to sell as well for the EFC if it ever happened.
Yeah.
But Igor's good, bro. And I'm not counting that guy out at all. You know, he's a champ, bro, and he's been a champ for a long time. And I mean, it could be easy picking for him to just take another belt and, you know, keep it. But don't underestimate anybody. But I think Igor should take it. It's in the bag. Although I would like Block to win. Nothing against Igor. But I think
either way, you take either man, like you'll match up with either one.
Either way, it's good. It's a good thing. I mean, to get a shot against a belt, for the belt against Igor would also be awesome. I mean, the man's got a ton of experience, and he would be a nice guy to have on your resume as just let alone as an opponent that you fought. Never mind, just beat him, you know. But to beat him and win a championship is like the cherry on the cake, you know, to have on your resume. And I've got all respect for him, and, you know, whenever I see him at events and stuff, we always greet each other. We've chatted. I've never had any bone to pick with him at all. You know, it's a competition, and I mean, if you're in my division, and then we're competitors, you know, and if that makes us competitors, then let's go, bro. I'm ready.
That's what needs to happen, mate. That's what needs to happen. You know what I mean? There's no fannying about, really, is there? You know what I mean?
No, I mean, it's a fight's a fight. Let's go. If I need to get past you to get to where I need to be, then so be it. Let's go. I'm ready. That's what it must be, you know. But obviously, let's see what happens. We've got other things to look at right now.
Yeah,
and I'm
100%,
pretty
mate.
excited
Yeah.
for
Take it one
that.
step at a time, one fight at a time. Like you said a
Yeah,
minute ago, mate,
exactly.
like your record speaks for itself, even though there's a couple of losses in there, mate. They've always been split decision. I mean, it's never
Yeah.
you've never been steamrolled, you've never been fucking KO'd. I mean, like you've only got 3 split decision losses. So you've always turned up and you've always shown what you're there for. I mean,
yeah, the only guy that beat me was Mark Ewan, and they got a stoppage win was
oh,
Mark
that
Ewan,
was a
and
submission, wasn't it? Sorry, yeah.
that was a submission. And to be honest, like, I don't know if I was in better shape. If I was in the shape that I was in now, and I had to have fought him then, I think it would have been a different outcome. I don't think it would have gone to a submission stoppage that way. I think I'm in much better shape than I was back then, and the knowledge that I have now compared to what I had back then as well is much more than what I knew. So I think it would have been a different fight. And I mean, obviously, with his experience he's gained now as well, I think it would also be a very different fight if we had to meet each other now. But nevertheless, he's the only one that stopped me, and he went on to recently fought Bellator, and he got a good win there in Bellator. So well done to him, and nice to have met someone like that in the cage, and to have seen 100%. Them gone that way. So that's good. It's a good job. So he's the only one that stopped me, and all the other fights I've decision, and 2 of those fights everyone thought I won, and that was the one fight against Cassandra, which was my second pro fight. Everyone's like, nah, they don't understand. I should have won that fight. I felt like I should have won it as well. And then the Cizwe fight that I recently had, I feel like that I won the fight, and a lot of people agree with me as well. But everything else, it's never. I've never been knocked out. Touch wood. Never been knocked out. Never. I've been rattled. I've been rocked. I've been thrown around, but I've never lost to TKO or knockout, which I'm very quite proud of. And that's
fucking munch some heavy kicks as well.
Yeah. I've thrown some. I've taken some as well.
Yeah.
And I've been working on something. So
all right, okay. We got something new in the bag, have we, for the next fight?
Refining and just trying new things, and working game plan and stuff like that. So let's see what happens. I'm excited to get in there, especially against a guy like Vincent. Bembe. He's a good fighter. I know he's got a good record, and he's fought some experienced guys. Also, championship contender. He fought Iga, I think, as well.
It was featherweight as well, wasn't he? I mean, so he's moving up to lightweight now, and you're welcoming him into the lightweight division. You feel you'll be the bigger guy, obviously, with him fighting at featherweight and moving up. Do you reckon you'll be the bigger guy? Obviously, you'll probably feel like you're much bigger
I think I will.
Actual night.
I think I will be bigger than him, even at weigh-in. I think I'm going to, just because he's a smaller in stature. That's why he fights. Yeah. He's a better featherweight, natural lightweight. I'm a natural middleweight, bro. If I don't train and whatnot, and I just eat and whatever, and I let my weight and I don't watch, I get up to about like 83, bro. 83 kilos, and that's like max weight. Then I'm about welterweight around there. So if I
you've had one fight at welterweight as well, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I've not as a professional. As an amateur, I fought welterweight. All my fights were welterweight. I had one fight at lightweight, which was like the worst cut I ever had in my life. And then the rest of my amateur career was welter. That was it. I've always fought at welterweight. But professional's been lightweight. I've always fought lightweight. And like I said, I think I'll be the bigger guy on the night. But then again, he might have the advantage with speed and agility and all of those things. So let's see what happens. I think I don't know. We'll have to see. I think grappling will be a good game as well. Striking is going to be pretty explosive. Yeah. So it's going to be nice. I think it's going to be another potential fight of the night. I think if I don't finish it soon.
Get in there and get it done. Well, mate, like I said, that fight against Catty, man, that was an absolute fucking a statement finish. I mean, it was amazing to see it. You could see when Ola sent the video through, he either sent it from Yao or he sent it from Shahid. I can't remember which one, but one of the boys sent the video through. From Cade's side. Yeah, Shahid would have been there. So I think it was him that sent it through. Mate, Shahid was screaming. You could see how much it meant to you. You know what I mean? And when Ola sent it through to us, I was absolutely fucking buzzing. I was like, yes! I was in the living room absolutely screaming, man. I was like, get in, watching it over and over again. And then when I actually...
I probably watched it I don't think anyone's watched it more than I have. So, but now you see, when I watch it, it's like you want to analyze it and you want to see how did I step this way? What made him go to the right? What made what was my eyes open? Was I looking at the like you want to see all those finer details, and then that's what you like take into your training, and then you try and replicate that with everything. I mean, that's just how my brain works. And I mean,
I'll take it.
Other than that, I had to make a statement because of the last fight. I had to just show that I could still do it. I can do it.
Well, it was a statement finish on this one, mate, and you could be looking at that title shot in the next one. I think. Yeah, I mean, like, it's funny because Tapology, you ranked at featherweight. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know, it's so weird, but I think it's because of Kati, and I don't know why they put me at featherweight. Because Kati was, I think he fought featherweight and then moved up to lightweight or something like that as well. So it could maybe be that, but I've never ever fought featherweight ever in my life. I don't know where they get that from.
Yeah, I know, because that's what I mean. Like, I was like, I'm sure he's been at welterweight and he's been at lightweight. And I looked back through your record and I was going through it. I was like, this man's never fought at featherweight. But I think they've got you ranked 17th at featherweight, but I think you rank 5th at lightweight or something like that. 10th.
10th, yeah. Well, technically, I'm ranked 10th. That's what it says on that website. But at least 5 of the guys in the top 10 don't compete anymore or haven't competed in the last like 3 years. Right, so you can take them out there, and then I am sitting at about 5th. I think it's that. I think I don't know. I had a look at it earlier. I know Carl Henning's up there. Dante's up there. Brock, I think he's up there. And then there's someone else. There's one more other guy that's up there as well. That are active, that have fought within like the last year. So I was like, okay. Oh, that Makichi, the guy who was the former champion. Apparently he went missing for some time, so that they like respectfully took the belt away from him, and they giving him like the #1 contender spot to face the winner as soon as he gets back. But now this makes no sense to me. This is how like the EFC works, and like I don't talk bad about it because I mean they given us a lot of opportunities as athletes, but like Eagle will fight for the lightweight strap now, and let's say he wins it. He's got a Grand Prix now, then that he has to defend his belt against the winner. So then that like cancels the lightweight strap out for some time, unless they're going to use that time to generate the rightful #1 contender to then face him after this whole Grand Prix. But
if he comes back that soon as well, I suppose, and it depends on how quick it plays out.
He might not even come back to the EFC. He might go somewhere else. He might have opportunity somewhere else. Because I mean, I don't understand how that man's not had opportunity yet. Despite situation or circumstance, whatever the case may be. Like he's a UFC caliber kind of guy. I don't even know why they haven't got him out there yet. He needs to. He might. But we'll see what happens in the time to come.
And you've been with EFC all the way through your professional career so far, aren't you?
Yeah, I've 10 fights under the EFC banner. Yeah, it's the only, let's say, premium promotion in South Africa or in Africa, and they now have the exposure that they need to, or that we as fighters need. To get our names out there now, so we can start spreading out, and then eventually you'll start seeing more promotions like the EFC popping up around Africa, and they are, but I mean they're not like African based. They more like the UAE will come to Africa, or they'll have like the Aries events in Africa and stuff like that. So they're not like originally from Africa, like the EFC. The EFC is like I think the only promotion that's like originally from South Africa. They were created here and everything, which is pretty awesome.
No, it's great. I mean, at least you've got like a premier promotion in there. You know what I mean? But have you seen? I've just seen some about 5 minutes ago. They're saying that apparently they're lining up Dricus du Plessis and Israel Adesanya for Perth, rather than lining up for South Africa, which is a bit shit. But
I saw something about Perth in Australia or something like that. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But South Africa would be awesome, man. Yes, they must come to South Africa.
I know. I honestly thought they would. I thought Drickus would be pushing more and more to try and get that first South African or African card in general. You know what I mean? Especially with all the beef that went on between them. But
yeah, I think it could. I think it's logistics. I don't think it's because they don't want to come to South Africa or anything like that. I think it's logistics. I don't think they have planned anything or had any time to sit down and plan and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. This is where we're going to go. I don't think they have enough time before 305, let's say. Or I'm sure they could get it done, but they probably just haven't had the chance to sit down and plan it with everything that they've had going on so far, you know, with 300 and everything else. So, but let's see. I'm sure they'll have something in the future. If he defends his belt, he's owed another defense in his own home country, for sure. You know, I think maybe they're just trying to make it good for Adesanya again, which I'm not hating on him. You know, our boy Ola, sorry, you know, I know he loves
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, the UFC, they like to do that. If they like it, if they want someone to be a champion, they'll make it comfortable for them. You know what I mean? But
I think it might also be, you know, anytime they do like a show outside of the States, they generally try and put as many fighters from that area on as possible. And obviously, there's just not that many from South Africa to host.
Oh, that's also true. That's also true.
That could be a potential thing as well.
But then again, there are other African fighters that would love to. Maybe it's not in their home country, but it's on their home continent. It's still Africa. And they would probably love to do that. They'd love that.
Yeah, I'm sure Temba Garimbo and
Congo. Yeah, exactly. Temba Garimbo. And Temba Garimbo's a EFC alumni. He comes from EFC. I mean, he was welterweight champion. So, yeah, it would be like him. I mean, Trickers, obviously, Simon's there. They could even pull one or two guys from the EFC and be like, here's your chance. If you
here's your debut,
here's your debut, or here's a chance for you to win a contract or something. I mean, the EFC, the UFC like to do this kind of thing. But yeah, I agree with you. Maybe there aren't enough South African guys in the UFC for them to be like, okay, we can host a nice card. But I think it will happen soon. Perhaps even this year, if Trickers can hold on to that belt, maybe the end of the year or early next year, you could maybe see something happen. Sure.
I can see him beating Izzy in Perth anyway. To be honest with you, I think he should be able to defend it, and hopefully that'll happen in the future. You know what I mean? So just you keep winning fights, mate, and you might even get that call up yourself and like, yeah, come and jump on air and fucking rock and roll, see what you've got.
Hey, I leave that in God's hands. You know, let His will be done. You know, if He wants me to go that far, then by all means, I'm willing to go that far. But my main thing is to just stay consistent with training. And once the opportunities come, get into your business and we move on. Get the belt, and that's it. That's my focus right now. And I've always been very quiet about it and stuff like that until I've come to a position where I'm like, okay, now I'm gunning for it. Now I can go for it. And but like I'm that's what I want right now is the belt. I'm focused on that. My coach knows we've spoken about it. He's placed it in my mind as well, and he knows where I'm at. I know where he's at, and that's our goal right now.
Well, you've been vocal about it since the end of last year. Like when we've been talking on the watch longs and everything else. I mean, like you've had this mental shift where you've got this focus, and that's what you want, and that's where you go in now. You know what I mean? And you can see the determination in the training, mate, and the clips that you've been putting out. Like there's a new fire under your ass, like, and it's just it's pushing you even further.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not one to go around and say, I'm the champ and I'll do this, and you know, I'm very chilled and calm, and you know, I rather let my actions speak before I say anything, you know, and act a fool. But like, if you really want something, you need to claim it and you need to put it out there. So that's what I want. I want the belt, and I'm putting in the work, and I know that I'm doing more than most, and I do believe I deserve to get my shot at it. I've been in it for a long time, and I just want to prove to myself that I can do it, and I want the belt. And for my coach and for my German, for my team and everybody, like I just want to prove that all the hard work and all the time that I've put in on the mat, and they've all put in on the mat, and the belief that's been invested in everybody and the whole situation and everything. Like I want to prove that it works, and by doing that, I want to get the belt. and that's what I want. And then it's just my feather in the cap, and then I can say I was a champion, and that's what I want. I want the career to be worthwhile. So there's a lot of things behind it, and you got to put it out there. You have to, and you got to be confident in it. And it's my goal. And if anyone doesn't agree, then cool, that's your opinion. I know what I want. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm gonna go out there and do it.
That's it. Like obviously everyone talks about manifesting things all the time, but if you're not thinking about it, you're not putting it out there, are you really going to achieve it? You know what I mean? If it's something that you want to go and do, if you're just keeping it in the back burner of your mind and thinking, oh, that's what I would like to do it, but I don't know. Having those doubts isn't going to get you anywhere near it, is it? You know what I mean?
No, you gotta think about it. And I mean, I think recent years, let's say, I've been through a lot in my life, and I've realized, like, you only live once, and you only have a certain amount of time, on earth to be while you're young and while you have the opportunity to chase after these things. And like, so take the chance, take the chance. So I took the chance, and then all these other challenges come with it, where you now have to, you said to yourself, okay, no matter what happens, I'm going to go after this thing. Well, now you're in that part of your journey towards this goal where you are now knee deep, waist deep, neck deep in the no matter what part. So now, are you going to turn around and swim back to shore, or are you going to swim through now and get to where you need to be? And I think I've been in a lot of those situations recently in my life, and it's challenged me a lot. And I've learned a lot about myself, and I've also learned how to overcome these things. And that's where I've proved to myself that this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it, and I've proved to myself that I'm meant to be here. So that's why I want to go all the way. And I know there'll be more challenges to come, but still, it's like I'm proving to myself that I have what it takes. I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and that gives me the confidence to continue and to keep going. That's why I'm at training every day. That's why I want to take on these tough fights, and I'm saying that I want the belt because I've proved to myself that I deserve to be here, and that's what I want. That's what I'm going to do.
That was one of the things that I was going to mention to you as well. It was like eight years now. Like it was 8 years, wasn't it? You joined 2018? No, 2016. I think you joined EFC. I had it in my notes. Let me go and double check.
I started fighting
at 2016.
I started training. Yeah, my first training session was 2016, and then I had my first amateur fight within like 4 or 5 months. Smacked the guy like in 1 minute. I hit him with the overhand right, the one that I perfected now. I hit him with the overhand right, and then jumped on his back and put him to sleep. And funny enough, interesting fact, I don't know if you know the UFC fighter Champion Dalcher. That name rings. He's an African guy. He was also from the EFC from Congo, and then he fought that Ankalev that kicked him with a front kick. Shame he got knocked out with front kick. He was in the corner for that guy that I had my very first fight against. That Champion Dalcher was in the corner.
Madness.
And then eventually, once I'd gotten better and I had a few fights under my belt, myself and Block, the guy I spoke about previously, him and I and a few other guys that we used to train together, we went and helped Champion with his fight camp when he won the middleweight championship for the EFC, and then soon after that he went to the UFC. So we've got that history. But I started fighting in 2016, and then I went pro 2008. I got my license in 2017, but I waited a little bit and went in 2018.
Right, okay.
That was my first fight, and that was against Bobo.
Right, so eight years.
Yeah, about 8 years as a pro now. And that fight, my first pro fight, funny enough, was the last time they actually had an event in my home suburb here in Goodwood at the casino, which is like literally around the corner from the house that I grew up in. And that was the last time that they actually traveled to Cape Town because of COVID, and everything happened the year in a few years later before they could travel again. So that was my first and last time I fought in my home suburb. I haven't fought at home since. It's always been in Johannesburg since then.
Right, okay. Is the next one in Cape Town or?
No, they're
No,
still in Johannesburg. I don't know when they're going to travel again. I've asked them and so on, but
nothing.
it's a touch and go situation with them at the
Hmm.
moment. They don't know themselves, I think.
I
But I
was
think
I
they're
was
happy
hanging
where they
out.
are. They save a lot of money. They're saving tons of cash. You know, they got their own
It sounds
premises.
yeah, sounds like the Apex done it. That's the way that they're going to
Yeah,
saving
it's
money
like
here, there, and
it's
everywhere.
literally it's literally like the South African version of the Apex. Exactly
Hmm.
that. It's exactly that. Yeah.
You can understand it from a business point of view. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them there. But yeah, I was about to say I was hanging out with a couple of Cape Tonians today as well, mate. I would, met up with a friend that I used to work with, and then after we had something to eat and chilled and had a coffee, I went back to his and just chilled out, and then just met up with his dad and that because I hadn't seen him for a while. So, you know what I mean, I've been hanging out with South Africans all day, bro. Like.
We're lekker people, eh? We're
Yeah,
lekker
that's it,
people.
mate. Wait, that caught you off guard when I sent that to you earlier on, didn't it? You
Yeah,
were like,
when
no
you
way.
said lekker, I laughed there. I was busy. I was actually sitting next to me, and I was like, check this guy from the UK. So I was using the word lekker. Yeah, I laughed there. It was good. That was good. I
Class,
liked
mate.
it. That's why I was able to reply. I was like, lekker.
Yes, mate. That's how's it and Whacker, mate. That's two of the only
Yeah,
things I know,
yeah,
to be
how's
honest
it?
with you. Like,
Lekker.
how's
You
it?
know, I don't know
Yeah.
if they. Oh, is it? Oh, jeez. I don't know if you probably won't know, but there used to be an advert back in the day, a Spur advert, which is like a steak ranch restaurant franchise here in South Africa. And that was like the punchline of the advert was these guys from Asia or whatever, they come to South Africa and they learn the word how's it. So they saying how's it to everybody, how's it. And then at the end, they're in a Spur steak ranch or whatever, and then they meet another group of foreigners, and then they go, how's it? And then the other foreigners go, lekker. So that was like the punchline. I laughed
That's
now when you said
fucking
that.
awesome, bro.
And that was the advert. It was funny.
Yeah, I mean the only
Oh,
other thing is, but it's
lekker.
quite confusing, is now, and just now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That
yeah.
yeah,
Now
now,
means
like,
just now. Yeah,
like right
now
now,
means
like
like you're not right
now.
now, but
Uh-huh.
within this moment is
Right,
basically
okay.
what it means. Now, within this
Oh,
moment.
fucking, I can
But
never
like,
tell the difference. Like,
yeah,
I'll see
I'll
you
see you
just
now.
now.
Now,
What, 5-10 minutes?
yeah. I see you now. Now, that could be like an hour. It could be a day. It could be whenever. It's
See you in a
now.
week. You know what I mean? I'll see you
Yeah.
now.
You know
That's
now, my friend.
fucking
You
wild.
just know. No.
He said something else to me before. He said, "Oh, when you're speaking to him, later, say this." I can't remember what it was, but it was basically something about your mum. And I'm not saying that, man. I met his mum on his stream. His mum's a nice lady. I ain't saying that. He was just trying to get me to
Yeah.
fucking drop
Yeah,
something to.
don't say that one. That one's that one's naughty.
Don't be going
I
anywhere
know which
near
one
that.
you're
That's what I
talking
said
about.
to him.
I know I know which one you're talking about.
Shit.
Naughty. There's no gonna
Yeah.
say that on the street.
I think he was trying to get me in a bit of shit there with you, man. I was like, fuck off,
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
think you
saying that,
was.
bro.
I think you was. I think you
Yeah.
was. I think you was.
No, man, they're coming back over. They've got a wedding to attend next month, so they're actually coming back
Okay,
over to them.
nice.
So I was chatting to them about it today, like so.
Okay, nice.
But no, I was just telling them, like, because I'd actually seen them for months, you know what I mean. So I was just like updating them, saying, "Oh, like you, obviously Terrence as well," and fucking just getting into it. And they were just like, "Oh man, that's fucking sick." I mean, people from Cape Town and fighters from Johannesburg and all sorts of just like linking up, and it was just wild for them.
Are
That
they fighting fans as well? Do they enjoy MMA as well?
Not really. I mean, like, so his dad was an actor, and his mum
Oh,
was his mum passed away a few years ago, sadly. But his mum,
oh,
she was like a producer. Like she helped out tons of people in South Africa with music and movies and TV shows and all
wow.
sorts of things.
Interesting.
And like I say, his dad was an actor, but his dad was Randy Couture's acting coach for what was it? Scorpion 2. What was it? Scorpion. What was it? Scorpion King 2 or something that Randy
Yes.
Couture was in. His dad was actually his acting coach for it because we were speaking to him today. He was like, I might be able to get Randy Couture on for you. I was like, that'd be fucking dope, you know, because obviously, I mean, he's got the connections there.
Dude,
But
he's a legend. And then you
yeah, man.
become friends with him and you fucking world's oyster, bro. You could
I know, mate. I
a
was
lot
like,
of
that's fucking sweet. But yeah, his dad's
yeah,
a
that's
fucking
hectic.
character and half.
That's hectic. That's crazy.
All of you guys are fucking mental, bro. Like every single South African that I've met, they're like honestly the nicest people in the world, but also the fucking wildest people in the world.
Oh, we're right, man. We're right. The Cape Townians are, yeah, they're okay. Where I come from, we're a little bit crazy. But yeah,
It
they're
was
cool,
like,
man. We chill.
it was like, if you ever go over, just make sure you don't fucking leave their side. He was like, just hang out with the boys and don't go anywhere else, and you'll be cool.
Yeah, just hang with the boy. You see, that's the thing about South African people. South Africans, not South Africans, sorry. Most Cape Townian people, especially like if you're going towards like the CBD side and everything, everyone's very cliquey. Like they got their groups of people that they hang out with. That's why your uncle was saying, like, just hang out with your boys and that's it. Stay with your boys. You don't have to worry about going crazy or anything like that. Stick with them and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So that's why he's in Cape Town. Cape Town's like that. Yeah. Everyone's got their group and they hang out with their group. Everyone's chilled. No one bothers anybody. And everyone's friendly with each other and stuff like that. But like everyone has their group that they go to.
Yeah, and that's it. Just stay there and you'll be
Yeah,
sound. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, stay together and everything's cool. Everything's fine. That's all right.
Because I actually pulled up the gym. You know what I mean? And I was trying to show them on the map because I was like, you guys like know like whereabouts you are. You know what I mean? So I was bringing it up on the map just from the Insta profile, clicked on that and showing them up. And they're like, oh yeah, like, so they knew the area and stuff. They knew where you.
Oh,
were,
the new
like,
garden. Yeah, gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Parliament. The Parliament is literally like 500 meters away from the gym, so it's like right there.
Okay.
And the Parliament like sits at a T, and then as you go down that road, you get like it's literally like 500 meters away from the Parliament, and then it's like around the corner. So it's very very close by. So we see the politicians and stuff flying up and down the main road there sometimes with the cops and the woo woo woo, the sirens, and they're going up and down from Parliament to wherever else they're going, or they're going to Parliament, and it's like a whole convoy of them together.
Yeah.
You see them fly past the gym.
What's training been like for you so far? Then, like you say, you're getting some new things up in there, and
we're working on some
intricate details, or
man, not like anything like scientific, It's just we're refining a lot of like what Coach Mike has been trying to feed us and so on, and and I can see in the beginning, I wouldn't say that I've had any problem like catching on with with what he's been teaching and stuff like that. Because like he teaches very, very basic, and the way that he teaches as well is very, very easy to understand, and you learn quite a bit, and he's a very good coach. So I understand like the image and like what it is that he wants to get across to the guys now, and you can see how it's been like growing through each one individually, and then as us as a team as well. It's awesome to see. So like we're working on a lot of things, a lot of grappling stuff, striking, putting the grappling and the striking together. We've been putting doing a lot of like situation drills, those kind of things, trying to get us into situations that we'd find ourselves in, mostly like in the cage and stuff like that, and then try and implement the training and the techniques and stuff that Coach Mike has been like like giving us and drilling us. And I can see that it's like once we've learned something, he can now add something onto that and show us a little bit more. So now it's like it's growing, and you can see it's just a nice thing to see how you can take something and you can learn it, and then the next thing can get added onto that, and then from there you've got like 3-4 different options of one entry, let's say, or like if you're shooting for like a single leg, for example, there's so many other things you can do or combine or move and link together from that one entry. And those are like, for example, something we might be working on or whatever the case may be. And it's great. It's awesome. It's intense as well. I mean, we've been pumping the ground and pound cardio, the wrestling cardio, because like Coach Mike's been drilling us with that. And I think it's also an important aspect to have in your fight game. I mean, if you can wrestle for 5 minutes straight, keep shooting. I mean, you can kill a dominant striker quickly. And same as like ground and pound cardio. Like if you're on top of the guy, there's no need to go for try and set up a submission and waste my energy doing that. I mean, I've got the cardio to go like 5 minutes full ground and pound or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it's good to have that tank, and we've been working on that, and So yeah, no, it's been good. It's been great. It's been nice, knowledgeable. A lot of new things and stuff like that I've been adding to my game. Things that I've known, but it's just like defined now, and it's like, oh, this can just add it to the arsenal.
Yeah. Have you always been with Pride?
No, I was with another gym called Pro Fitness, which was a very small garage gym just close by in the area that I stay. I stay in Goodwood, and the gym was in Boersig. And yeah, I trained there with a father-son duo that they had like a gym in their garage, and then they'd grown a little bit where they were able to build a ring in the back, like not in the backyard, but they built like a roof over everything and closed up, and then they had a ring there and a few bags and stuff. So they had like a decent gym. And then yeah, I trained there for most of my career. And then yeah, so I got to a point where I was like, and again, like, I'll be honest, like things didn't end nicely between me and my former gym. And I think it was just like personal reasons between me and the coach and things like that. And it's a long story, but I won't really like get into it, because like all respect for everybody. And I got to a point where, like I felt like I hit the roof a little bit with the training, and I felt like I wasn't growing as much anymore. I felt like things were becoming a bit repetitive and stuff, and I just needed. I was young at the time. I was like what 20, 28, 29, and yeah, I was about 29, and I like really wanted to make the most of my career while I still had like my good years. So. And COVID had hit and stuff like that. So that I was like, flip, man, I don't want to sit around and wait anymore. Like, I want to go out and find this opportunity that I'm working so freaking hard for. So I decided to go to America. And this was like just after COVID. And I decided, okay, cool, I'm going to resign from my job that I had. I was working customer service for an online gambling company. I was earning a decent salary, but it wasn't like, wow money. It was just like the salary. And then I was like, stuff this. I resigned from my job. I sold my car, sold like some of my possessions and things like that, took as much money as I could, and then I went to America. And then I was there for like 3 months, and I had plans to stay there for good and things like that, but obviously didn't work out, which I'm grateful for. And then I ended up training at King's MMA with Rafael Cordero for like 3 months. And that was an awesome experience, and that I think kind of unlocked that level that I was looking for and kind of pushed me past that barrier, that plateau that I was at for like the last couple of years. So I was like, this is what I was looking for, and this is what like I need to continue my training. And then when I came back to South Africa, they offered me the fight with Mark Ewan, while I was still in the States. And then I thought, okay, cool, with all this new training and things like that, I can utilize it in my fight. And then came back, we took the fight, I lost. And then after the loss, like things didn't like gel nicely with me and my former coach. And then I left. And then I took a hiatus for like about a month, just trying to figure out what am I going to do with myself. Should I continue fighting? Should I this? Should I, just, go back to my, like, find a normal job, those kind of things. And then I decided now stuff that I'm going to go to PFA. And then I went to PFA. So I've only trained at three gyms. They were known as PFC, and now I'm at PFA. So Pro Fitness, and then Kings, and PFA now, which PFA is like PFA is like the training that I'm getting, and the training partners that I have, and the classes that are given, and the skill that I'm learning is very much on the same level as Kings. Obviously, Kings has like higher level fighters and competitors, and more experienced coach than Rafael Cordero. But the thing that makes it so similar is that Coach Mike has that old school vision of what MMA is. He's not like this modern type of MMA. He's like old school MMA. Like, beat the shit out of the guy while he's on the ground, like Pride rules. And that's another interesting thing about the gym. Coach Mike and his friends and so on, they were very big fans of Pride Fighting Championship. So that's where they got the name, the idea.
I was going to say, couldn't tell from the name, could you?
Pride Fighting Academy. So that's like, you can get the idea of what Coach Mike's vision of MMA is, and what he wants to like introduce. So that's why I say it's like on par there, because he teaches that kind of MMA, that mix of martial arts. It's awesome. But out of the 3 gyms, PFA is number 1 for me.
Right, okay.
100%.
Has
And I'm not saying
Toomey got a fight with you as well, or?
Yes, there is something in the pipeline for him, but nothing's official just yet. But myself and Jelson we got our fights out, and we're just waiting now to see if Toomey has one as well. They're taking a bit long to confirm, but we should know soon. I don't want to say too much until like it's out there.
Yeah,
but
100%. That'll take the level from fucking here to here, though. If all 3 of you have got a fight coming in, bro, that's just gonna fucking take that up. You know what I mean?
I know. It's awesome. I mean, I'm excited with like what I see and my vision, and like looking in the future, and like let's say like the end of the year future. It looks pretty gold if things work out. You know what I mean? But yours. Let's see what happens. I mean. It would be pretty sick to get that, but I don't want to say too much. I get excited.
I think in January you were saying you want a pretty active 2024 anyway. You know what I mean?
We all do. I actually spoke to when we were on the way to the airport to Johannesburg for the last fight. Coach Mike mentioned he's like he wants the guys to be active this year. Like he wants us to get good fights in. He wants us to get a good amount of fights in so that we can build our resumes and be available for whatever else comes there. And he's been getting, like Coach Mike, every single day he's messaged the fighters group and mentioned like, look, I got this offer from this promotion, and it's like an international one. I think like middle of last year he got an offer for a featherweight fight for one championship, but none of the guys were available at the time, and the guy that would have been available was injured. So, I mean, he's getting offers like that. And then, so he's always reminding us and letting us know, like, there are opportunities there. This offer just came through, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, it motivates us as fighters as well, because we're like, okay, cool. There's something out there that we're working for. Like, this can all be worthwhile now, because I know there's something out there, and I know Coach Mike's a sure thing. You know, he's not someone that's going to say, oh, yeah, this, and then it falls through. And if it's not something that he's sure of, he'll tell you straight. He'll be like, look, this and that. But
that's what you want, mate. You don't want somebody bullshitting you in your corner, do you? You know what I mean?
No, 100%. And I trust him. I trust my career, in his hands. He's, doing. But let's see what happens. That could be a fantastic year for PFA. Like you said, activity is number 1, and I mean, I'm already got one in the bag. Toomey's got one in the bag. I've got one in the bag. Well, regards to fights, and then we're both coming up for our second one now. Jelson's getting his first one in, so that's already 5 pro MMA fights done, or 4. Was it 4 or 5? So I don't know. Too many punches there. My math isn't great, but. Let's see. Hopefully there'll be some more female fighters this year. I see Jess. Jess is also going to be doing a pro boxing fight, which is actually PFA's event called Insane Boxing, and that's happening at the end of April. Could be the 27th of April if I'm not mistaken. And we've got a few of our boxers there as well that are taking part. And Jess also, she was talking about maybe doing MMA again later in this year. But so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a fantastic year for PFA this year.
Yeah, you've got a wide variety of.
There's a variety of talent, variety of fighters, and it's a lot of exciting things happening. A lot of exciting.
Wicked, mate. So obviously Vince Bembe, what date was that again? Sorry, run that by me. The 9th of May, wasn't it?
9th of May. 9th of May.
9th of May, mate. Can't fucking wait. So do you know whereabouts you positioned on the cards? Are we looking at seeing you as a co-main or main event soon, or what?
I haven't checked any. I haven't checked soon. What am I saying? I haven't checked anything, so I don't know. But they'll probably let us know soon.
Yeah.
I know Jelson's main event, and
Mm-hmm.
if he's gonna be main event, then I know Coach Mike will probably he's gonna sort out, ask them to position the fight so that he's got a chance to get ready for the next fight. So
Yeah.
if things do happen correct the way we think they're gonna happen, then I think it will be Jelson main card, main event. Then co-main event is Faiz's fight. Then Faiz's fight. After that would then be Tumi's fight or my fight, and then one fight, and then the opener for the main card would either be mine or Tumi's fight, depending.
No, okay.
That's how.
How long did it take you to get to Johannesburg?
It's about a 2-hour flight, around about.
Right. Okay. So we go out a few days early then and just chill before it, or?
Yeah. So if we're fighting on a Thursday, we'll leave the Tuesday morning. And then we'll get there early, settle in, and then we'll chill for about an hour or two, and then from there we'll go finish up our weight cutting, which usually isn't actually a long process because we sorted out most of our stuff before. Sorry, my battery's getting flat. We sorted it out before, before we landed there. But then usually it's Tuesday we land. We start our weight cut and stuff like that. We make weight the Wednesday. We start eating, rehydrate, blah, 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 blah. The whole story. And then we fight Thursday. And then we're back home the Friday morning again. We leave very, very early.
Yeah, quick turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's any reason we need to stay there for or anything like that, then okay, obviously we'll make the trip a bit longer. But other than that, we leave. We're there Tuesday, we come back Friday. And we do get in like a little bit of a training session. Like on the Wednesday evening, we'll go to like a one gym that we're good friends with, Apex. We'll go there and we'll do a training session or whatever, just to loosen up for the next day, which is obviously the fight. So it's pretty cool. Coach Mike's very professional with what he does. So he uses the time wisely.
That's what you want, mate. Yeah, I mean, take as much stress off of you as you possibly can, and have somebody else deal with all the logistics bullshit, so you can just.
I talk. Actually, you know what? I have to send him a shout out. I've been speaking about him this whole podcast, but it's actually his birthday today. So
is it?
Happy birthday! It's his birthday today. But he says he's the 3 C's. He's the coach, he's the chauffeur, and he's the chef. That's what he says. He cooks fast a lot.
Does he? Yeah.
He says he's the 3 C's: the chauffeur, the cook, and the chef. The chauffeur, the coach, and the chef. Because
happy birthday to the chauffeur, the coach, and the chef. Then
I promise you, he like we get fees for us to like travel around and so on. Pay for Ubers and whatnot. But he prefers to rent a car while we're there. So we get a car, and then he'll drive us around. And then he'll take us to wherever we need to go. Then he'll leave us at the hotel. Then he'll go to the shop. He'll buy the food. He doesn't even let us like order anything from the hotel. Nothing. He cooks it for us. He's like, no, this is what I want you to have. This is how I want it to be cooked. And like all we need to do is just focus on the fight. He takes care of everything. Everything.
That's phenomenal, mate. That's phenomenal. So he's like a nutritionalist for you as well, then.
Everything. Yeah, Jordan, you have no idea. Like. Coach Mike is on point with everything, and he takes it seriously. He's like almost like, I wouldn't say he's a perfectionist, but it's like if you're not going to do it properly, don't do it at all.
Yeah,
that's like the way he sees it. And
I think that's that old school mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I say it's this old school stuff. He doesn't believe in supplements. He's never ever given me a supplement in my life besides a rehydrate. That's about it. Something to the powder for me to rehydrate. That's about it.
Yeah.
But he's never offered me a supplement. He's always given me sound nutritional advice. He's always held me accountable for the things I've eaten, and he'll ask me, "What did you eat today?" This, that. He's always checking up on our weight, like all the time. Like all we need to do is train and focus on our fights. That's it. He says it's like he's playing PlayStation. You're just gonna plug the remote in and let me play. You just play PlayStation. He's cool. He's amazing. I've got so much respect for him. He's so awesome.
How many years has he been coaching for now, then?
Wow, I haven't actually asked him that question, to be honest with you. But I know he's been in the game for years, like for years, like over 20 years. could even be close on 30 years that he's been in the game already.
Jesus
like
Christ, mate. Fucking hell.
He's a legend. That's why I say the vision that he has and like of MMA and combat sports is like old school, but like with a little bit of a modern twist. You know, he's learned from like, you know, it's like he kept all the old school stuff, but he's like modified it with the new information that we've gained. You know,
he's got about as much MMA experience as we do life experience there, mate. Yeah, I mean, when you 32, I'm 33, like it's fucking wild, that, isn't it?
And he's not one of those coaches who's just coached. Like he's got a fighting career as well. I don't know about professional and what and so on. I'm sure he has had professional bouts, but I know that he did kickboxing, and he then obviously moved to like MMA, and I think he may have done boxing as well. But like he told me he said his longest fight was like 2 minutes or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
He said his right hand is a cannon. He says as soon as it touches your chin, you go to sleep.
Have you felt it yet?
I'll see if I can find this clip that he sent us, man, of like all the old PFA guys, but like I'm talking years ago. And they got like a little, like when YouTube had just come out, and they had like this little reel thing that they made of all their fighters. And it's like, and then there's one of Mike that comes in there and it's got his record, and you see how he knocks a guy in. He literally just walks into the ring, knocks a guy out, and he like walks out.
Walks the fuck back out.
Yeah, he just knocks him out and he leaves. Like puts his hands out and shouts and leaves because he like knocked the guy out.
Right.
So I mean I've sparred with him a few times at his age. He's getting old now. It's his birthday. But like he's a solid OA. He can spar there. He's good. He's a good spar.
Yeah.
Like he would beat some pros up for sure. That's how good he is.
That's what you find with the oh, go on.
No, I'm saying happy birthday to him. That's it.
Oh, yeah, big shout out to Coach Mike. Mate, how much have you got left on your battery there? I know you said it was running out, but
I've got like 3%.
Oh shit! So we better fucking wrap this up before he cuts off. Then,
I mean, sorry, bro.
No, you're good, mate. You're fucking good. I could speak to you for fucking hours, bro. You know that, yeah. I mean,
dude, I promise you, if you get me going, I can talk. I can go for it. You know what they say? I always tell people this. I'm like, I got a black belt. I got a black belt in kickboxing. I got a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and I've got a black belt in shit talk. So I'm skilled. I can speak for
you. Don't call me the rambling dad for fuck all either, mate. But that's what I mean. When I was with my friends earlier on, mate, like, and I think it's just South Africans, like you can hold a conversation for fucking days with you guys, like, but it was literally after lunch. He said, "Oh, my dad's in. Do you want to come and say hello?" Because I hadn't seen him for a while, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll come in quickly and say hello." It's like 3.5 hours later, bro. We're just sitting in the living room, just shooting the shit, and I was like, "Right, boys, I better fucking go. I need to get back."
So I better leave now.
Yeah, I got the interview. I was like, "Let's
but you know, those are always the best conversations, though. Those ones where you like, okay, I'll just come in for like 5 minutes and say, how's it? And then you sitting there, and then it turns into like a 3 a.m. braai. They got the fire going, and you got, you had your meat and everything.
Yeah,
that's how that
we're talking about fucking life, space, death, fucking conspiracies, all sorts of shit, bro. And it was just like, right, this is fucking getting out of hand. And like I say, they're very musical. He was an actor and all the rest of it. So the guitars came out, so we're sitting having a jam and just, mate.
Oh, he must have been a character. He must be a character then.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%, like. But let's wrap this up before your phone cuts off, bro. So all the best for your. I mean, we'll speak again before then, mate.
Me on the show.
All the best. Yeah, mate, 100%. And I'll get you on again another time. I mean, we'll probably see you on a watch along. But all the best for the rest of the fight camp. All the best for the actual fight.
Appreciate it.
So we're all behind you, including Ola. Even though you badmouthed his boy earlier on, I'm sure he'll still have you back.
Ola. Respect Ola. Respect. Israel's good, bro. He's good. He's good, but he's not champion. Oh, sorry, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's going under the bus. Right,
anyway.
bro.
Nice, bro. Thank you.
Take it easy. Have a good night.